In this episode of the Funny Business Podcast, we play What's the Word? We find out how living together with your significant other can decrease some things.
And on the flip side, am I starting to question my Taylor Swift fandom? And we do a Where Are They Now? For now, that's what I call music. Mike, hit the music.
Oh, man. It's another hot one of the Funny Business Podcast. Let me tell you, this thing is sizzling. Think about it like a fried egg. You're just hearing a little sizzle and like it's starting to like burn a little bit. It's almost turned into a devil egg, but like you're keeping it as a fried egg. And let me tell you, it is going to be delicious. It is going to be decadent. And because you got two of the most delicious people on the podcasting space, you got me, Mike Gambita, and alongside with me is my roommate for life, my best friend, Mr. Matt Summers. Matt, how are you? How are things?
Oh man, things are pretty good. I can't really complain. Another great day to have another great episode. An odd drink choice tonight with the podcast. I am going to apple juice.
Ooh, and I am dropping the juice of the apple, and I'm sticking with water.
Okay, all right. So this is proving to be, based on what we're drinking, maybe the most boring podcast of all time. I'm kidding. Obviously kidding. We have a great episode coming up.
Yes, we do. Now, Matt, last week was Labor Day.
Yes, it was.
Let me tell you, I had to do some labor during Labor Day. I had to carry a coffee table into a car, and I was sweating. Let me tell you.
Labor Day was hot. It was very hot.
It was. Really was. But managed to make a lot of good burgers, cheeseburgers from a good family and friends that came over. Both Jenna's parents, her grandparents, and then my parents came over. It was a great time. But speaking of that, happy belated birthday to my dad. Dad's birthday was last week as well. My dad's turning a ripe 30 years old. So wow. I'm looking forward to seeing the good things that he does in the next 30 years.
Yes, not many people are fathers by age 3. No. Mr. Gambita is rare kind.
Yes.
Shout out.
Very rare kind. So, Matt, we're going to jump right into it today because why not? Let's get right to it. We're going to play What's the Word? Very simple stuff for today. We may be boring drinking, but we are going to have a fantastic time in discussing some of the most random things that randomwordgenerator.com can come up with us. So I have a website, randomwordgenerator.com. As I mentioned, I'm going to click generate random word, but as per tradition, Matt, how many clicks should I start with the first word?
369. I'm kidding. We're going to go with 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. And usually what happens is I read the word and I didn't click 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't click on generate random word. I clicked on equals or less than or greater than. So there's a word up in the prompt, and then that usually sparks the conversation or debate or discussion for today. The first word, Matt, is chocolate.
Chocolate. What's the most overrated chocolate?
Overrated chocolate?
Yeah, what's the most overrated chocolate?
Are we talking about like cocoa or are we talking about like candy?
Whatever we want to take it.
All right. Do I have to start the music? The most overrated chocolate? All right, this is going to be a hard one. You ready?
Yeah.
Hershey's.
I agree. Like Hershey's regular milk chocolate, I think is very, very overrated. Hershey's dark chocolate's great. I love their cookies and cream. But yeah, I think a regular Hershey's chocolate bar, I think is very overrated.
You know what I hated as a kid, but like kind of coming back to it and kind of liking it?
What's that?
Hershey's almond chocolate bar.
I just don't love almonds, and I'll eat them, but every time I eat them, I'm like, yeah, this isn't a good nut. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
You just can't have a good nut, you know?
Yeah, white chocolate's also overrated. Not a huge white chocolate fan, but I love the Hershey's cookies and cream.
That is very good.
Yeah, that's fire.
Very, very good. So, all right, next one. Define.
Man, I don't know if I have anything.
What's your favorite word in the dictionary?
What's my favorite word?
Yeah, it's just your favorite word.
Do you have a favorite word?
I do.
I don't know if I have one.
Charcuterie.
That is a fun word. That's a very fun word.
Yes.
I don't know if I have a fun word. I have a favorite word. I've never
No?
thought about that. I've never thought about that actually. Maybe ginormous.
Ginormous.
That's just kind of a fun. Like it's big. It's enormous. It's ginormous.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with ginormous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When do you use that word?
Have you seen these toilets? They're ginormous.
That was a good callback for Buddy the Elf.
Yes, thank you.
All right, next one.
Yep.
Gift.
Are you a good gift giver? I think we've talked about this around Christmas time.
I'm good at like small surprises. Like not enough where it's like I'm standing there crying, but like enough where it's like it's meant like thought about it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm not very good in what's the word I'm looking at? Gift giving.
Gift giving?
Yeah, I don't think I'm a very good gift giver. Not that I love giving gifts and like I'll come up with good ideas. However, I struggle coming up with those good ideas.
I gave my dad a 9-pack of Miller Lite, but it was those pint bottles, like those like aluminum pint bottles.
Yep.
I was very appreciative of that.
Yeah. It's always a good one.
All right, next word, pupil.
Pupil. Did I ever tell you the story about how I got glasses and contacts? Glasses?
I don't remember that, but go ahead.
It's a great story. When I was in elementary school, like early first, second, third grade, kept complaining. I was in the back of the room, couldn't see the whiteboard, couldn't see the front of the classroom. So I'd always have to move up to the front of the classroom if I had something to see on the whiteboard.
Dork.
Went to the doctor, and as a kid, I knew I needed glasses. My mom knew I needed glasses. The school knew I needed glasses. So I was excited and I could actually see, and I was excited to pick out a pair of glasses. Well, the eye doctor we went to doing the exam, and the whole time he's going to Mom, he's just faking. He's just faking. He's looking for attention. He does need glasses. Mom was like, oh, okay, whatever. And we just went to the LensCraft doctor in the mall, like because that's where we usually get the glasses from. Fast forward to third grade, we're in recess playing football. I go to catch the football. It hits me square in the eye.
Shut up.
So I hurt at first when it happened. I go to walk in to the classroom, and the teacher looks at me. My pupil went from like regular size down to like this, like a pinhole was the size of my pupil in my eye.
Ooh.
So she's like, that's not good.
No.
Calls my mom. My mom takes me to the eye doctor specialist. Was not any serious damage to the eye. But then the doctor goes, by the way, do you know he really needs glasses?
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah. So my mom was very pissed. However, that is the story of how I finally got my glasses. Football right to the eye.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I got my glasses, and people are like, Mike, you wear glasses? Yeah. The only time I wear glasses is when I'm driving at night for a very long period of time, unless like I know where I'm going. But I was having headaches, like really bad headaches after going for my internship, and that's what prompted some new glasses. I need to go back to the eye doctor and seeing if my vision has gotten worse.
I also need a new eye doctor because my new insurance does not, or my eye doctor does not take my new insurance. It's never fun.
All right, next one. Decrease.
You know what I've really decreased in my life recently since I started moving or living with April? Not that this has to do with just specifically because I'm living with April, but now that we're living on our own.
Being on Tinder.
Well, that's been gone for a long time. Snacking.
Really?
I snack. I
you-
used to
no
I used
way.
to snack all the time. Mike, I know you
know.
know. I know you know I'm a snacker. Recently I've been snacking a tad more, but like we don't have chips. I don't have like I'm not kidding. I don't have. There might be like one bag of potato chips. We haven't touched them forever. I don't snack anymore.
Matt, blink twice if you need help.
I know I'm good. And I said my mom says it all the time. My mom's like, I buy way less snacks than that. You're not home. I'm like, yeah, we don't really buy that many snacks either.
Really?
I'll buy the Ritz cracker snacks.
Right.
That have the cheese, like the sandwiches already, because I take those into work, and I'll buy like one or two other small things. But like, I couldn't tell you the last time I just bought like a bag of regular potato chips.
Now, I'm not going to be too detailed, but this is kind of my question. I thought that was intentional for you snacking, if you know what I mean.
No,
Okay.
not really.
So you were just a snacker.
I was just a big time snacker. Yeah,
You're a little snack.
always. Yes. Yeah. No, it's weird. I just don't do it.
You know what I've decreased lately since living with Jenna?
The amount of baths you take.
No, I've taken 0.
Oh, okay.
Texting her.
Yeah, that definitely.
The last text that I had, which was last week, was can you give me a head count of cheese? We're figuring out who wanted a cheeseburger and who did it.
That's funny.
But then the last text was it was last Friday, 2 Fridays ago.
Yeah, usually I'll like check in with April around lunchtime at work. And then if she has a game, obviously we'll text a little bit later at night. But yeah, it is kind of weird. That is one thing like you don't think about, like you don't really have to text them as often.
I mean, we were texting each other for like 3 years.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy.
Don't have to, but yeah, my notifications on my activity for my iPhone, my screen time for my iPhone hasn't changed a bit. So,
yeah, I agree.
All right, next word, poor,
or a POR or POUR.
Yeah. Poor, like the status.
What's the last movie or TV show you watched that was just very poor quality? I don't even know if I have an answer to this, but this is the first thing that popped in my head.
My first thought behind that. Okay, this is going to sound a little scary. Not scary, but just a little of an. I don't know how to explain it. Jenna and I watched a documentary that was about one of the school shootings, and it was on Netflix.
Okay.
And like within that documentary itself, it definitely was. It was put together with purpose. Like wanted to be put. Like there was obviously intention behind putting it together, but I think they hired somebody who wasn't the best at DPing, like director of photography, like actually telling the story, because you knew, like it just seemed very like put together, like not put together. It seemed just very just like puzzled together. I don't even know the exact words, like duct taped together. And for me to have that visual entertainment or just visual information document, I don't know the right word, but you would think that it would be better produced. But like they were recording people in hotels, and like you knew it was at a hotel. They were very bad when it came to the simulation. Like a lot of the graphics just seemed like something that like a student who's in college in their first 2 years trying to do graphics for a video. But yeah, that I forget which one, which obviously proves the point that there's just been too many school shootings. But yeah, that's what came to mind.
Okay. I don't really know if I really have one off the top of my head. I think the last thing we watched that we didn't love was that Don't Look Up movie on Netflix.
You didn't like that?
Well, no, we don't remember. We did talk about this on podcast.
We talked, but I thought it was more like produced, like quality.
Yeah, I just didn't. I thought the whole thing was just bad.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was more looking for a production standpoint, not based on like.
Yeah. No, everything I've really watched recently has been pretty awesome. The one thing I haven't watched on Netflix, which I still need to get Netflix, is they did like a quarterback series. They followed some NFL quarterbacks during the season last year. I haven't heard if that was good or not.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I don't know how it is. I'll have to check it out.
Okay. All right, the next word, river.
I really want to go kayaking again.
Yeah, you got the bug.
Yeah, really want to go kayaking or paddleboarding.
I haven't. Oh, I went kayaking when I went on my vacation to Chincoteague in Virginia a couple years ago. That was really fun. It was a tandem kayak. Well, actually, I think it was it a canoe? I think it was more canoe than kayak. I don't remember.
I have a question.
I'm listening.
What's the difference between a canoe and a kayak?
Canoe is a little bit larger. And okay, Matt, you've been in a kayak, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So like you had to like sit down in like a seat.
Yes.
And like kayaks are a little smaller.
Like
and
seat-wise?
You're able to paddle like just boat wise.
Oh, okay.
And you're able to control it with 2 paddles. Whereas like canoes are meant to like row left, row right.
Got it.
Like it's not really a double paddle. All right, next one. We'll do 2 more. Okay. Thirsty.
So I have a question.
Sure.
And this is actually, looking at my apple juice kind of made me think of this, because this is why I bought my apple juice.
Okay.
Other than like, let's say you're thirsty for something. Thirsty for a drink. You don't want alcohol. You don't want water. Let's throw soda out of the equation. What's your go-to like drink?
Gatorade.
Gatorade?
Yeah. Remember I was saying I had the scoops? Like I had like the little thing, like, and I was scooping it and putting it in the water.
I had that thought like the other week. This is why we bought some juices. Just like sometimes I want something else, but I don't want water. Can't always drink soda.
Can't always drink beer.
No, but even Gatorade's got like a lot of sugar in it. Like I kind of was looking for like something, and April bought this it's cranberry, raspberry, apple juice.
Okay.
That's fire.
You know what I'm really looking forward to?
What?
Cider.
Oh, I love apple cider, man.
Apple cider.
There's a guy, I think I've mentioned this before, a farmer right by my parents' house. That is the best apple cider ever.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do one more. Pitch. Well, one more until the fun one.
One major league pitcher that you would love to face, and one like you just would like an at bat against. And who's one that you think you could actually get a hit off of?
To experience Randy Johnson in his prime.
Oh my God, no. Well, so I batted lefty, so there's no shot I'm taking a fastball from Randy Johnson. I will shit my pants. No shot.
If he wasn't gonna hit me, yes, that'd be like the at bat experience. I just get a fastball by him. The person that I think I'd be able to hit off of.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be like really, really bad. For some reason, I don't know why Andy Pettitte comes to my mind.
You think you could hit Andy Pettitte? I
mean, I can't hit off of any major league pitcher, but I don't know. Like, I feel like Andy Pettitte comes to mind for some reason. I don't know.
It's not a bad pick. I don't hate it.
Who I would really want to is Pedro Martinez. Like, just shove it in his face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rocket line drive right up the middle.
Rocket.
Pitcher, I would just love to face just for the hell of it, Mariano Rivera.
That would have been my second.
I would love to see what that cutter looks like in person, like coming at you. Because like that's the thing, like everybody knew that pitch was coming. Still the greatest closer of all time. Pitcher, I think I would most likely hit off of. I'm gonna give two answers here. The cheap answer is Tim Wakefield, knuckleball pitcher for the Red Sox. I think you can hit the knuckleball. You can hit the knuckleball. You have to. Also feel like I could get a home run off Big Sexy or Bartolo Colon.
Really?
I don't know why. Like he won a Cy Young, like he was really good. Huh. But like 40-year-old Bartolo Colon, I think I could get a base hit off of.
Interesting. All right, Matt, you know the last drill, the last stance?
7.
Okay, I was going to say how many letters, just for the audience.
Yep.
The next word is station.
When we go to events, marketing events sometimes, right?
Sure.
We're businessmen.
Yep.
Professionals. When you're at an event, what do you prefer? Hors d'oeuvres or stations? Like a carving station.
Ooh.
Snack station.
So like, let me ask you this. Hors d'oeuvres in the sense that you go up and get it, or it's like there's like a waitress
like a waitress passing around like the bacon wrapped scallops at the wedding, which those were so I could have ate a whole plate of those.
I didn't bite it. I just put it in my whole mouth. I was like, well, this is good.
It's so good.
By hearing that, I think that hors d'oeuvres would be better. I feel like stations are just so awkward at times, like especially when like you're trying to get up and you're trying to get food, like when you're grabbing food and then you're trying, like you have your plate filled because you just saw, oh, I like this, oh, I like this, oh, I like this, oh, I like this, and you don't stop. And then when you try, like the whole point of it's to network, you're now trying to find a spot like a high top table or sitting in a chair, but then you're also trying to like find the right spot where it's like a good place to like network. And I feel like the hors d'oeuvres, like they just come around and just like, oh, like, do you want this? You pick it, you eat it, you're done. Oh, do you want this? Pick it, eat it, done. Like stuff like that. Like that is much more fluent than a station.
I agree. I think the only downside to hors d'oeuvres is if you're sometimes you get too caught up in like a conversation or with networking that you could go like the whole event without eating a thing.
Some servers are good at their craft and can find the time to either distract, deflect, or interrupt.
Yes, yeah. No, you gotta have it's an art.
It is an art. But yeah, that concludes another What's the Word?
We wanted to share something that has become essential to those days after a long, exhausting night. Liquid IV's hydration multiplier.
It's amazing how huge a difference it makes. Liquid IV helps us feel more energized and refreshed throughout the day. With one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and a 2 times faster hydration formula than plain water.
We both love the flavors. Yuzu pineapple and passion fruit are our top picks. They make staying hydrated a truly enjoyable experience.
What's even better is that Liquid IV is committed to giving back to communities in need worldwide by providing clean and abundant water. They've already donated over 39 servings in 50 plus countries around the world.
And we have a special treat if you want to try Liquid IV. Head over to liquidiv.com and use the code FUNNYBUSINESS at checkout to get a 20% discount on your entire purchase.
So shop better hydration today with promo code FUNNYBUSINESS. All one word, FUNNYBUSINESS at liquidiv.com at checkout.
Remember to stay hydrated and healthy and give Liquid IV a try. It's worth it. And we are going to slide in to the second half of the show. First segment is going to be Say What? Mike, did you see what the NBA announced a few weeks ago? New thing to the season?
No.
Oh, you did not?
No.
Well, for the first time this season, there's an in-season tournament.
An in-season tournament.
Yes. So I say what is just going to be the NBA in-season tournament is just a dumb idea. So basically, there's different groups. They basically, for the mid-season tournament, I think it's from like November to like December, something like that.
Okay.
NBA teams will be playing each other, but they're in different groups. So it's like, but it's not divisions. It's separate from their divisions. And then basically they'll do like a round robin group play and then move on to like the playoffs of the in-season tournament. And there will be a champion for the NBA in-season tournament. It's kind of like soccer has like different tournaments inside like their
cups.
seasons.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And then I believe the incentive is every player on the winning team gets like $1 million.
Okay. So it's more, I was like, so what is what's the catch?
I don't think many players, especially star players, are really going to take it that seriously. Because, like, what is $1 million to LeBron James? What is $1 million to Giannis? What's $1 million to Luka?
Maybe they can have a preference of either it being to their bank account or to their charity of choice.
I'm sure a lot of guys will probably give it to charity that can afford to. I mean, it's great for the guys like that ride the bench that they get $1 million. There's nothing wrong with the NBA season as it was. Like, make it a little shorter, maybe.
Right.
But if you're already worried about load management, then you're going to add an in-season tournament. It just doesn't make much sense to me.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's my first time hearing that. I did not know about that.
Yeah, they announced it a few months ago.
I thought it was going to be like a new rule or something like that. Like, I still think they need to add a 4-point play.
I think just anything beyond half court should be a 4-point play.
Or like actually having like an extra ring for 3-point and then 4-point.
Or like a circle.
Yeah. Like a circle, like on both opposite sides, like getting ready for that. Like
teams should do that.
They really should.
That'd be inventive. Yeah.
Inventive. Yeah. The Harlem Globetrotters already do that, right?
Correct. That's where I was getting at.
Inventive. But yeah, that's yeah. Matt, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Snapchat got a lot of new updates.
There's an AI.
Well, yeah, there was an AI first, which then posted their own Instagram story, and everybody was kind of freaking out a little bit.
Oh, okay, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Nope.
Matt, I think they're trying to pull everybody back because number one, they now brought back the story indicator. So, like, do you remember back in the day where, like, you saw somebody's Snapchat story, like early 2014, 2015, and it had a number in the top right-hand corner? It was like 60 seconds or 20 seconds. Like, you know how long their story was.
I don't remember that. No.
You don't? Oh, yeah. You only got social media. Yeah.
Well, I had it around 2014, 2015.
Yeah. So, like, there was like an indicator in the top right that, like, obviously was like the ticker in which it was going to stop. You remember? Okay. Now
it's got the Instagram lines at the top.
Yeah. So now it has the Instagram lines at the top. And isn't it? It's so crazy to think that we first started with Snapchat and then every other platform, LinkedIn especially, which totally throws me off, got their own story edition. And now Snapchat is, quote, stealing Instagram's layout of the story indicators on the top. But in addition to that, Matt, I know we talked about our streak of 3. It ended last week. I revived it last week.
Did you?
Do you notice?
Oh, it is back. How did that happen?
So there was a little thing on your right hand side that said, "Oh, do you want to revive it?" Like each person has an opportunity to like bring it back to life, and I'm like, well, there's no point to streaks now because I could just bring it back to life.
Is it free?
Yeah, I'd have to pay for it.
That's weird. Yeah, what the hell is the point of streaks then?
Right.
What?
I don't know what to tell you. That's but I think I don't know, Matt. I'm just if I know I mentioned my Snapchat streak with a user, but if I didn't have that, I'm not 100% sure if I'd keep using Snapchat.
They also just changed everybody's Bitmojis.
It did.
They just look way different.
Yeah. Yeah, you have your hair. Like I forget what it looks like.
What the hell is that hair?
Your hair.
That's a great jawline.
I mean, yeah, great jawline, but like your hair is just is interesting.
Yeah, that doesn't look nice. That's bizarre. All right, my last one. Mike, obviously, you know I am a big Taylor Swift fan. I was not able to get a ticket to one of her concerts.
Again?
No, I just wasn't able to.
Oh, okay.
Haven't tried since the first debacle. But her concert's coming to movie theaters.
Okay.
Going to watch a concert in a movie theater has to be one of the dumbest things ever.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of going to a concert is to see them live, to experience them live, and feel their passion while you're there. If I go to if I'm going to the movie theater to watch Taylor Swift, I'm not going to say I saw a Taylor Swift concert. You just basically watched a really long music video. Is what just happened.
You know what the best thing is?
What?
You didn't spend hundreds of dollars on a ticket to see the concert.
Right, but like I'm not going to waste $20 at a movie theater and like popcorn and a drink to just watch. I can watch the concert on social media. There's videos all over.
I was going to say, watch the concert on Netflix. Well, Matt, you need to get Netflix again.
I do need to get Netflix again. But like people have been posting like, oh, I got my ticket to go see the Taylor Swift concert in theaters of people who already saw her in concert.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same. It's just not. It's a movie theater. It's not in person. You don't see her live. Just wait. I'm sure there's going to be a documentary about it.
Yeah, I mean, Jenna and I watched the documentary on Netflix. I forget the name of it, but we watched it and we're like, okay, nice.
Yeah, like, I don't know. People are, maybe I'm not as big a Taylor Swift fan as I thought. I know. I don't want to throw that vibe out there.
Whoa.
But maybe.
Whoa. Hold on there, partner.
I know.
Hold on.
Fighting words with myself.
Yes. With yourself. Oh, my gosh. All right. My last one. So I had a little trouble a couple weeks, like the past few weeks. Everybody's like, oh, Mike's going to get personal. No, it was with my hard drive.
Oh boy.
So we all know the podcast editor when it comes to putting the podcast together. So I house a lot of the episodes, not like since episode 1, but like the batch of episodes. So like probably now I think I'm from episode 150 to 170. Obviously will be 178 eventually. I have a 2 terabyte Sans disk, and I'm calling Sans disk out because you know what? Why not? So 2 terabytes, Matt, slow as molasses.
Mm.
Like I was having a hard time editing. I think I even told you when Jake was on our show that I was even having a harder time putting an edit together because of how slow it was. And then like everything else of like trying to figure things out and all this good stuff. So I thought to myself, well, I have another 2 terabyte hard drive, which is Samsung. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just transfer all the funny business stuff over. And then I'm going to try to edit from the Samsung. I've not had a problem with the Samsung.
Mm.
So SansDisk, if you're listening to this, and I've looked at the threads, I've looked at the forums, there are people that are paying money for your 2 terabyte hard drives and are bitching and complaining because they aren't getting the results as you promised. But, you know, you can have this nice little hook on the end to put it on your carabiner so that way you can put it together. So as somebody who endorses things or not, I highly not recommend you editing straight off a SansDisk hard drive. Samsung T5, you can totally edit off a hard drive.
Yeah, SansDisk, I can hear you sons of bitches. Stop selling bad products.
Like a little
interesting.
puck.
Yeah. I don't know where my hard drive is.
You have one?
Yeah, I remember I got one when I was clipping.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day.
I gotta find that.
Oh, you should.
I should buy some gold in there.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, we will go ahead and wrap up the show. One final segment. It's time for Down in the Dumps. Mike, I'll let you go first.
All right. Well, Matt, we had quite the experience during the wedding weekend of Tyler and Kayla. Little did we know that the night before Tyler and Kayla's wedding, Jimmy Buffett passed away.
Yes.
For those who don't know Tyler, huge fan of Jimmy Buffett. We had a Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville flag hanging in the bottom of our basement, just so everybody could see, those who did appear in our basement. It was a nice night. Like we had a point where the DJ played Margaritaville. We were singing. We were all holding a beer up. We're pouring one out for Jimmy. And then I thought, okay, well, that's done. And then we get the news that Steve Harwell also passed away. And people were like, well, who's that? Well, Steve Harwell was the lead singer for Smash Mouth, who had wonderful songs like All Star. And that in particular is and probably one of the most, not life-changing, but one of the most life-defining songs I've had. Like, Matt, do you remember Now That's What I Call Music?
Yeah.
Okay, All Star was on that CD. I think I listened and it was track 1. Oh gosh, I need to find out what I think it was. Now That's sorry.
I'd never got one of those, by the way.
You did it?
No, I never hopped on that train.
I think, was it 3? Holy crap. That's
old.
What I call music. 3.
Wow, that's a throwback.
It came out December 7th, 1999. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay. This was it, because the track 1 was All Star by Smash Mouth. And then I do remember Lenny Kravitz, American Woman, as number 2. Wow. So I only played All Star by Smash Mouth, and I had it on repeat to the point where I had my mom kept repeating track 1 of All Star by Smash Mouth. If you see me play Rocket League, my celebration music is All Star by Smash Mouth. Like, there is just no difference whatsoever in this song. It was literally, I still don't even know the words to all of it, but I love it to death. And to hear both Jimmy Buffett, excuse me, I'm getting very emotional. My voice is cracking here. To have both Jimmy Buffett and Steve Harwell pass away, devastating. Like, and we are getting to the point now too, where we are going to start seeing people that have affected our lives start to pass away.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
All that glitters is gold.
Here's the other thing with this news.
Yes.
We can never listen or watch Shrek the same ever.
Yes, that's the additional thing. It was on Shrek.
Yeah. And then I saw her face. Dun, dun, dun. I'm a believer. Who?
I will say he did not originally sing that.
It's a bad time to be a music legend right now. True legend of the game. Really sucks to see. You were the first person I thought of when I saw the news.
Okay. I also wanted to confirm it. He is officially dead. It's not one of those like death scares.
Yeah, no, I believe he passed from cancer.
56.
Yes. I believe he passed from cancer.
Following hospice at 56.
Yeah, I know, that's tough.
Oh my God.
Say you love you to your loved ones. Do you think those Now That's What I Call Music videos have any value? Or CDs have any value?
No, because they're still making them.
I know. Who buys those? Who in the? I actually want to find someone who still buys them and interview them on the podcast. I would love to be inside their brain. Like, there's no reason to be buying these anymore.
The 85th installment.
Oh my God.
That's What I Call Music 85.
It was Cardi B and Ice Spice on there.
I have to hang on. I have to bring this out. Let's see here. Oh, actually, holy shit. Now That's What I Call Music 87 was just released 8/4/2023. It was literally released this past August. I need to listen. Where's this listen to now?
Is it on Spotify?
It's on Spotify. Yes, it's on Spotify. Hang on. All right, cool. All right. Take a wild guess who track 1 is.
The Weeknd.
Nope.
I don't know.
Miley Cyrus with Flowers.
Oh, okay. That should have been an easy guess.
I'm just going to run through these really quick.
Harry Styles has to be on there.
I'm going to run them through. Miley Cyrus, Post Malone, NF, don't know who that is. Ed Sheeran,
he's
the
good.
Jonas Brothers, Pink, Kim Petras and Nicki Minaj, Pink Panthers and Ice Spice, David Guetta, Anne May and Coy Leray, Baby Rexa, Jax, Zara Larson, Megan Trainor, Za, Tusi, The Weeknd is also on here, Future. Gracie Abrams, Louis Capaldi, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, Aiden Foyer, Peach PRC, and Victoria Monet and Buju Benton.
That's hysterical that it's on Spotify.
What the hell?
That should have been dead like 10, not 10. Yeah, that should have been dead like 10 years ago.
87.
That's wild.
Man. So yeah.
I just remember seeing commercials for those all the time.
Now that's what I call music.
Yeah. No, I never bought one. Didn't buy into the hype.
Oh man, I did though. Even if it was for one song.
Yes. Do you have any more?
Oh yeah. We experienced Labor Day weekend. I think one day holiday weekends are such a tease in the corporate world. Like just saying, oh yeah, you got a 3-day weekend. It's like, okay, yeah, like you got a 4-day week that following week. Reality being like, it's just one day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you get a lot done that day, but in most cases you still feel like you haven't fully recovered yet. So
yeah, April and I took it pretty chill. Obviously we recorded Labor Day last week. And then we just kind of laid around.
Yeah.
Didn't really do much. It was kind of the first time we both had the day off together in a long time that we didn't have any plans. So we're like, you know what? We're gonna be lazy today, and that's okay.
nice.
Yep.
Oh, just so you know, now that's what I call music has an Instagram account.
I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you.
Yep. Oh, and they're trendy. They're showing
actually?
up some trends. Yeah. It's funny.
Wow. That's bizarre.
Interesting.
All right, I only have two to go along with Labor Day. Last week, April and I took a vacation with my family. We did a very long weekend, I would say, to Ocean City, Maryland, my favorite place, Dad's favorite place. So literally last week, Labor Day, we had Labor Day. I worked and I was on vacation, which was great vacation. Only bad thing is summer is over.
Yeah.
That sucks. Summer just went by in the blink of an eye this year.
It did.
Yeah, like it. I don't understand how that happened, and it happens every year, and it gets faster every year, and I hate it.
I think what was tough on us is because, well, you moved a little earlier than when the summer began, but I moved in June. Jenna moved in July. So we're trying to just pick up the pieces from like moving in together and trying to get things squared away. You know, I think there's still opportunity to make the best of it, even though, quote, officially summer is over. I mean, summer's technically not over, I think, until when is the official fall day?
I think it's like September 20th.
I'm asking Siri.
September 20th.
It's Saturday, September 23rd, 2023.
That's weird. I always thought it was the 20th or 21st.
Oh.
Yeah, so summer being over sucks. And then my last one, Mike, I'm wearing a Steelers jersey right now.
Yes.
I was looking at going to a Steelers game this year in Pittsburgh. Wanted to go to Heinz Field. I was looking at tickets for a while now. A game against Jacksonville Jaguars. Ticket prices were actually under $100. They were very good. But of course, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait because I didn't really want to spend the money right then and there because I also know then I would have had to get a hotel room.
Right.
Well, the Steelers had a great preseason. There's a lot of hype around this season right now. The tickets are now way too expensive, and I waited too long to buy them. Yeah. So there is also like hope that like one of my buddies gave me an app that he says a lot of times the prices go down the closer you get to the game. Right now they're up. So I could wait until they go down again. But then my only other concern is like, I'm not doing a day trip to Pittsburgh because screw that. If I am able to get these tickets, what if I can't get a hotel room?
Yeah, that's usually tough.
Yeah. So my goal of getting to a Steelers home game may need to be postponed until 2024. Unless I go to the game in December in Pittsburgh. Hell no. Because those tickets are very cheap because they're still playing the Cardinals.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you know, we're just saving money, and that's fine.
But think you can enjoy it from the comfort of your own home in a nice warm apartment.
I can.
And you have all the food to you yourself. You don't have to pay $20 for a 12-ounce can of beer.
I think one day we're gonna have a football watch party at the apartment.
Are you?
I think we might. I have to ask people about that first, but that's
April, this is my intention of this podcast to tell you now.
Unofficially, I tell you, April has said she's very excited to watch football.
Has she watched football in the past?
She enjoys watching football. She hasn't watched a ton of it. Now she is, unfortunately, an Eagles fan. That is unfortunate. Another down in the dumps. I did have to buy an Eagles jersey.
What?
It's a story.
What?
I know.
Matthew,
I'm not happy with myself.
what are you doing?
I don't know.
Matt, no is a word. N-O, 2 letters. No.
She needed one. I picked one up. It was fine.
Okay, so you bought it for her, not for you.
Correct. Yes, for her.
All right.
Yes.
That sounded like
no.
you
I would
bought
no
one for yourself.
No, I would never wear an Eagles jersey. I have class. I have respect for myself. I don't put dog shit on my body.
Oh. I'll have Philadelphia come up towards you.
Only the finest. This is actually a game worn Troy Polamalu jersey.
Really?
Yep. Won it at a raffle at a basketball tournament. Mm-hmm.
Fits you nicely.
Yeah, it kind of does.
You kind of need the hair to grow out a little bit more.
Yeah, I need some Head and Shoulders apparently.
Head and Shoulders, not sponsored, but sponsor us.
No,
but
that's all I got.
All right. Well, hey, that concludes another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. It's free. There's a certain percentage of you that watch our videos and are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Don't be that person.
Don't be that person. No. And like, if you don't like it, you could change your mind. But like 90% of the time, you don't. Unless it's like 6 years later down the road, you're like, you know what? Why do I watch these people anymore? I'm too old or I'm too young. I don't know if that's possible, but Matt just turns into this like R-rated superstar, whatever.
Yep.
Find all that information, solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people of the funny business world?
Don't be afraid to get creative in the kitchen.
Oh
yeah. The other week I texted you, grilled some steaks. That part wasn't super creative. It's just steaks. They came out fantastic. Nice little medium rare medium. They were great.
Yes.
Then I wanted to do a side. You know what I made? I've never seen anyone make these. I've never had these. My mom's never made them.
An original.
I decided to make some smashed potatoes.
Smashed potatoes.
So you take a cup, you smash them. They came out fantastic.
Wow.
Looked up a recipe, just kind of followed it. But it worked out pretty well. So don't be afraid to try something new for dinner one day.
So it's not original because you looked up a recipe.
Well, I looked it up, but I'm saying I didn't know the process. Never experienced it before. Yes. Yeah.
Mom's never made it. You've never made it. April's never made it. So
let's get those juices flowing in the head and make something fancy.
Yes. When in doubt, pinky out. Or look up a website to do a recipe.
That works too.
Air fryer. Well, as soon as we got that air fryer from Matt, every time we were about to do something that involved the oven, I Googled, can I air fry green beans? Can I air fry Brussels sprouts? Can I air fry Pop-Tarts? Can I air fry Elio's pizza? Can I air fry a magnet? No, I never. Stop. That was my boy. Google. My Google was going off.
So you have used the air fryer?
Oh, yeah.
Works good?
Oh, man. I made some banging green beans the one time.
Green beans in the air fryer?
Yes.
They got crispy?
Yes. Oh, so good.
Did you like coat them in breadcrumbs?
No.
Or you just threw them in there?
Garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then I think there was another one. But as soon as I pulled that puppy out, you took some lemon juice, you sprinkle it on lemon juice, and bippity boppity boop, Chef Mike on the juice.
I'm gonna have to try that. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I'll have to send. I literally just randomly, like every time, and like this iPad is always in the kitchen. I'm like, can I air fry?
You can air fry anything.
Yeah, you pretty much can. But yeah. Good old air fryer, good old creativity in the kitchen. Especially the seasonings, man. Anytime you get a little seasoning action in there, you have a little opportunity, just sprinkle it.
Yep.
So get out there, get cooking hot. And until the next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.